Sometimes the places we hurt the most are the very places where God speaks the loudest. This is the story of a bench, an ordinary stone seat, where a young boy learned what it means to lose and what it means to love. A journey from pain to purpose, from silence to calling. Watch until the end. You might just find your own stone bench along the way. There was once a young boy who lived with his mother in a small village. His father had passed away early in his life. Every evening, the boy and his mother would sit together on a stone bench beneath the large tree in their yard, talking and watching the sunset in quiet peace. But after some time, his mother fell gravely ill and passed away. The boy was devastated. There was no one left to sit with him on that bench, no one to share those quiet conversations. Still, every evening, he returned to the same spot and sat there in silence. A kind neighbor once asked, "Why do you still come here every day, my child?" And the boy replied, "Because I miss my mother. I don't want this bench to be empty. I believe she's still sitting with me. I just can't see her." Years later, that boy became a priest. During one of his homilies, he shared the story of the old stone bench and said, "The day my mother died, I thought joy had died with her. But in that sorrow, God taught me to love more deeply, to listen more tenderly, and to hope more fiercely. What seemed to be a place of mourning, that old stone bench, turned out to be the very place where my vocation was born." Suffering is not the end when we learn to embrace it in the light of faith. What looks like loss can become the beginning of something new. It's much like what a mother experiences when she brings a child into the world, a pain that tears through the body, and yet, once the child is born, she comes to know a joy so full, it defies words. Jesus Christ went through real suffering. He truly died, and he truly rose again. From his death burst forth the radiant joy of the resurrection. That is why every sorrow we endure today, when united with Christ, is never meaningless. I once thought I was alone on that bench, but I came to realize I never sat there alone. My mother was still with me, in memories, in her quiet teachings, and in a love that never fades. And more than that, Christ was sitting there too, silent, gentle, saying nothing, yet listening to everything. From a boy who lost his mother, I became a priest, not because I was strong, but because I learned to love from a mother and to hope from a suffering God. The bench from my childhood no longer sits beneath that tree. The house itself is now abandoned. But in my heart, that bench still remains. It's the place I return to whenever I feel weak, whenever I long to hear the voice of God in silence. Dear friends, we each have a stone bench in our lives, a place of pain, of loss, but also a place God can use to call us to something greater. Do not fear suffering. Do not fear the emptiness. Because if we don't run from it, it may become the very place where grace begins to bloom. And if today your heart is bleeding from a wound only you can feel, please believe. Christ is sitting beside you on your own stone bench. He may not promise to wipe every tear away instantly, but he has promised this: I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Matthew 28:20. And that, my friends, is enough.